Hi, I'm Jonesy Thompson, and you know what time it is? It's that time of year where it's still hot, hot, hot summer, but I'm really ready for fall. Are you with me? Right now, as I'm filming this, it's like mid-August. Kids are already back in school, and I am just ready for the temps to drop. And because it's been quite steamy for a while, I'm also just especially ready for us to move on into some cooler temps, feeling nice, and thinking about fall fragrance. And you may not really think about switching fragrance from one season to another, but it kind of naturally happens that we tend to choose lighter, airier, fresher smells in warm weather, and then we tend to transition into deeper, richer, warmer fragrances in cooler weather. It's just what naturally happens. You know, it's kind of like your candle collection, right? If you do, or oils that you diffuse, like you just naturally want to diffuse certain oils around Christmas time and certain other oils around spring. And that's just how it is with fragrance. And it has a million and one, I think, good reasons to use your nose as a tool. And so here are some fragrances that will help you transition where we are right now from summer into fall. They're also kind of season neutral. Like you really could wear these any time of year, and that's what makes them great. I really recommend these for that. So I'll also say that in case you're new here, I have a very sensitive nose. I have some allergies, so typically my fragrances are not going to be beast mode. They're going to be lighter, and these are affordable as well. So that's the criteria here. Affordable, they're probably lighter and easier on the nose, and if you're prone to headaches and things like that, this is maybe going to be a little bit in the direction of more helpful in that way. So here are some to get us started. One, Sarah Jessica Parker, Lovely. It's a lovely one I hope to always have in my fragrance collection. It's a little bit sweet and warm, but nothing overbearing, and it can still be considered a little bit light. It's very, I want to say upscale and feminine smelling, and yet you can find it really inexpensively online or in your TJ Maxx or discount stores. So love that one. It's a little bit floral. It's known for having lavender, but to me, I wouldn't pick out lavender. In fact, it's so well blended, it's really hard for me to pick out any single notes in this. That's how well blended it is. And another reason why I think it smells classy. So, Lovely, Sarah Jessica Parker. It is truly lovely. Another celebrity fragrance, Ariana Grande, Airy. Okay, this was her original. It's kind of shampoo-y. It's a little fruity, a little sweet, a little bit floral. It's just nice enough that it's just like clean, fresh out of the shower to me, very shampoo-y and very nice. You can really layer this a lot of different ways, I believe. If you want to bring out the sweetness, you can do that. If you would like to add a little spice, I think that works too. You can mix that one up as the weather transitions to be a little cooler. So that's one reason I would pick that one. Okay, another celeb. I'm on the celeb fragrances right now. And I think the thing is about celeb fragrances to know is that if they were repackaged by a niche name, sometimes people will be going 10 times more wild for these than they do just by being a celeb fragrance. But they smell great, and usually you can get them on such a budget. You see I've made a nice dent in this one. This is Britney Spears Sheer Fantasy. Similar to Original Fantasy, so it's pretty sweet, pretty floral at the same time. And this one has more citrus, so it's a little bit fresher than the Original Fantasy, and I tend to prefer this one. I find myself reaching for this one for a fast grab everyday kind of fragrance. Sorry if you're hearing the noise, it's air conditioning, but I need the air on. All right, so there's that one. I think it's never a bad time of year for white musk. This is Jovan white musk. You could also use Body Shop white musk. They smell really similar, and there's never really a bad time of year for white musk, in my opinion. I might have had a crush on a guy in high school who wore the guy's version, and I really think my infatuation with him was maybe completely based on white musk, to be honest. Sorry if you ever hear this, you know who you are, and I'm sorry, but it might have all been based around that. It's just a great scent though. It smells so good, so clean, so So easy on, for me, so easy on the allergies, and that's another good reason. In fact, when I was expecting, well, maybe one or both of my kids, I really couldn't wear fragrance except for white musk. That was like the only one. Okay, another kind of along those lines, amber from, I believe it's Nema or Nemat, however you want to say it. I've had this bottle forever, so if you've seen it maybe in a different store and it's looking like a nicer bottle now, it is. I think it's been repackaged. I've had this one. Not to toot my own horn, but I've been using this since before it was cool. And it's one of those like skin scents, but better. Really love to use it for layering, but it's really great alone as well. It's nice. You could even possibly go anosmic to it. It's so pleasant and skin smelling, but nobody's gonna smell that and be like, ugh, I don't think. I think it's gonna be great. Okay, here's another. Victoria's Secret. This one is Very Sexy Oasis, and it has a lot of white floral. I don't think that this really has a season. I don't think it really has a time of day either. I think it's very versatile, but you have to like white flowers. It's, in fact, I normally hate tuberose, but I can pick out tuberose in this, but it's well blended and it's nice. So I probably wouldn't use a full bottle of this. I do have the small size body mist, and I like that. It's great. I would love it like that. Okay, here's another. This one, Neon Moon by Pacifica, which is a clean brand. I am so excited. This is one of my most recent acquisitions. I'm so excited for this one because it has a lot of cardamom in it. And cardamom to me is very versatile. Like, it's just so multifaceted. I could layer this with something spicier and vanilla as the weather gets cooler. I could layer this with something more fruity like Airy right now. I could layer it a million different ways and I think it will still work. It has sandalwood too, another favorite note. So if you like sandalwood, you like cardamom, this is so nice. And to me, it smells very upscale. I love it so much. So think on that one. Okay, these couple, I have a couple here. This is another Victoria's Secret Bombshell Isle. And I'm also gonna throw out Sarah Jessica Parker Stash, another Sarah Jessica Parker. These are both a little bit coconut dominant, but not necessarily in a way where you couldn't wear them in other seasons. The Victoria's Secret Bombshell Isle is so good. I smelled, I had to go to the ER once and not too long ago, and the nurse was wearing this and I'm like, what are you wearing? And this was it. And I'd already been seeing the ads for it by that time, and it's so good. I feel like you could wear it any time of year, particularly in the summer, but I'm not gonna stop wearing it. And this one is coconut prominent, but I think it's more like, it's almost pecan pie-ish. And to me, it's gonna go really great into fall and winter. So, oh, and this is Stash Unspoken. I'm sorry, not just regular Stash, it's Stash Unspoken. And one more, Victoria's Secret Pastel Sugar Sky. Kind of smells a lot like Ariana Grande Thank You Next, the first one. To me, I think that this is maybe inspired by that. And you get a lot of, as it describes, vanilla orchid, cotton candy, and lavender. It's really bizarre. I think I have a visitor squeaking the floor over there, but it's a really kind of bizarre, different smell that I've not really smelled in any other things besides those two I just mentioned. And I do feel like it has no defined season for it, that you could wear it anytime. So I hope these are helpful to you. If you haven't heard of these or you haven't tried them, hit me up with your questions about them and I'll try to answer them as best I can. But I really appreciate you watching and hope you subscribe if you're not already. Thanks so much. Bye.